Hello students, today we are going to discuss about spin and parity of a nuclei. If we know about nuclear shell model, if we know about how to write the configuration of nuclear shell model, then we can easily calculate the spin and parity for any nuclei. If we are going to talking about single particle shell model, then there are some results by which we can easily predict the value of spin and parity for different nuclei. If we are considering the nuclei which having odd number of protons or even number of neutrons or even number of protons, odd number of neutrons, anything, we can easily predict by using some methods. First one is for even Z and even N nuclei, meaning for even number of neutrons and even number of proton nuclei, we can easily say that spin will be 0 and parity can be easily calculated. Next we will see how to calculate the parity and how to calculate the spin. If we talk about odd A nuclei, odd A meaning having the odd mass number of any nuclei, in this case we can determine the spin and parity from the last odd nucleon. But if we have both odd number of neutrons and odd number of protons, for this case we have to use the another method that is known as Northam rule. So by using Northam rule, we can calculate the spin and parity for odd number of neutrons and odd number of proton nuclei. But if we want to calculate the parity, for the parity first of all we have to know about the some quantum numbers, that is azimuthal quantum numbers. This is known as L, can be denoted by L. So parity can be calculated by using the formula -1 raised to power L. L is the azimuthal quantum number. If parity is +1, you can say that positive parity, then you can say that parity is even parity. But if parity is negative, or you can say that -1, then it is called the odd parity. Now what will be the azimuthal number? You know that for S, P and D and F, what will be the azimuthal number? Azimuthal quantum number, you know that for S, L is equals to 0, for P, L is equals to 1, for D, L is equals to 2, and so on. Now considering the example in order to calculate the spin and parity, consider odd Z nuclei, odd Z and even N nuclei. For example, nitrogen. Nitrogen having mass number 13, that is A is equals to 13. Nitrogen nuclei, that is odd even nuclei, means odd number of protons, even number of neutrons. Fine. In this case, mass number is 13 for nitrogen, mass number is 13, number of protons are 7 and number of neutrons are, you know that 13 minus 7 is equals to 6. Now what will be the spin and parity? Now we know that for this nuclei Z is equals to 7, that is number of proton is equals to 7. Then you have to write the shell model configuration for the odd nuclei. No matters odd number of protons or odd number of neutrons. You have to just write the shell model configuration just for the odd number of nuclei. Fine. In this case 7 is odd, so you have to write the shell model configuration for Z is equals to 7. So it will be 1s½ 2, 1p 3/2 4, 1p ½ 1. So now look at the last one. Last one, that is odd nuclei. Odd number of protons. So according to this one, we have only one nucleon. One nucleon means odd nucleon. So we can easily determine by observing this, the spin will be half. Fine. By looking at the angular momentum quantum number, you can say that it is equals to half. So spin will be also equals to half. Fine. Just by looking at the odd number of nucleon. Now next one is what will be the parity? You know that for P, L is equals to 1, azimuthal quantum number is equals to 1. So parity is equals to minus 1 raised to power L, that is also equals to minus 1 raised to power 1, because for P, L is equals to 1. So parity will be minus 1, that is the odd parity. Fine. Even parity when it is equals to positive, odd parity when it is negative. In this case, parity is negative, so you can say that parity is odd parity. Fine. Or generally we can say that j raised to power p means to spin raised to power parity, so it is generally we can write it as minus half raised to power negative, meaning spin is half and parity is negative. Fine. Now the next example is for odd n nuclei, means there is odd number of protons. Now considering the example of carbon, 6 carbon 13 means to 6 number of protons are even, but the number of neutrons are odd. Fine. N is equals to 7, 7 is odd. So in this case we have to write the shell model configuration for the odd number of nucleons. So we have to write the shell model configuration for number of neutrons, that is for the 7. Fine. So shell model configuration will be 1s half 2, 1p 3 by 2 4, 1p half 1. Now look at the last one. Last one is odd nucleon configuration, that is 1p half na. So 1p half 1, so this is odd. So what will be the angular momentum quantum number? That is j is equals to half. So it is also equals to spin. So j is equals to spin, this is equals to half. Now what will be the parity? You know that for P, L is equals to 1, because for P, azimuthal quantum number is 1. So parity can be calculated by using minus 1 raised to power L, because we know that it is the formula for in order to calculate the parity. Fine. So parity will be minus 1 raised to power L, it is equals to minus 1 raised to power 1. So parity is again odd parity. But both the examples are different. In that case we have calculated for nitrogen case we have calculated the spin and parity for odd even nuclei. But in this case this is even odd nuclei. Fine. So spin and parity will be 1 by 2 negative, because half is spin and minus 1 is the parity. This is the case for the even odd nuclei, because Z, that is number of proton, is even, and N, that is the number of neutrons, are odd. So this is the even odd nuclei. But the last example for the nitrogen case, this is the odd even nuclei, because Z, that is the number of protons, are odd in this case and the number of neutrons are even in this case. So this is the odd even nuclei. Now what will be the spin and parity if we have the odd nuclei, right? If we have odd nuclei, means see Z, that is number of protons, are odd, and N, that is the number of neutrons, are also odd, then what will be the spin and parity? So we will discuss about it in the next lecture. For now on, that's it. Thank you then.